I'm in my mom's office. And the lighting is kind of terrible here, so I might end up redoing this. But we'll see. So I'm going to answer Morgan's questions. And I'm going to really hope that the janitorial staff doesn't walk in on me, because it's a little weird. So I love you too, Morgan. I'm doing the thing with my hands again. I love you too, Morgan. Okay. So number 1. So we didn't do much here, but I have a spinny chair. But Carly and Belle, feelings. I know we'd said that Carly was sort of a big sister figure, but did you want to go further? And how did this make your inner Lay feel? I didn't click this, so I'm going to click the word this as I answer the I really like them, and I think Carly is sort of a big sister to most of the people that she knows. She just kind of is that way. Oh, if this is your Belle headcanon about the coma and everything. Okay. So yeah, she, I liked that, and I do wish we'd done more with that. I think there was a lot of potential there. But that's okay. Because, yeah, that's kind of, like, the story of her life, is that she's just, like, friends with everyone. And she does have this, like, wise old sage kind of vibe to her, which is entirely intentional. I did that on purpose. I love that. But, yeah. So, Lay was probably really sad about the coma. She lost her father before she ever got to know him. And so the fact that Belle was pregnant, I think, kind of brought up all those feelings for her. Her father died shortly after her younger sister was born. So yeah. That. But, yeah. Number 2, Mandy pisses me off and I love her all at the same time. Help, that's not a question. But to be totally honest, she makes me feel the same way. I'm pretty sure she makes Blake feel the same way, and I think Mari as well. So that's kind of the effect Mandy has on people. I can't help you with that. That's just how she is. Number 3, do you think Mandy and Rowan can have a friendship? Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's more of a honor among thieves kind of thing, where they're never gonna know, like, each other's secrets or anything. But I do think there would be, like, mutual respect there, and, like, you know, I'll go hang out with you at the bar or something. But I mean, like, yeah, they're not gonna be super close. Mandy doesn't let very many people in to begin with, and especially not anyone in her line of work, because she doesn't trust anyone in her line of work. Her biological father not counting. So yeah. Number 4, where do you feel Lincoln and Paisley stand right now in character? I think they, like, were really awkward at first, like, when Paisley first started substituting for Tilly, and this is such a small computer. This is bothering me. Okay. So yeah. But I think they're probably past that now, and Paisley has feelings for Edgar, so she's no longer trying to hook up with everybody. So I think they're probably friendly friends. I don't think they're super close or anything. I'm not totally sure what they would talk about, but I think they're friends, like professor friends, I guess. Probably talk about the students that give them the most trouble, like the mutual ones. And I have to stop moving because of this stupid light back here. Like, do you see this stupid thing? Every time I move, it changes the lighting. Number 5, same question for Paisley about Belle. How did Paisley feel about Belle being almost dead? So they also weren't, like, super, super close. So I'm not really sure, but I just heard a door close. Paisley is I'm like waiting for the janitorial staff to come in here. For if you don't know, Paisley watched her mother die in the hospital. She was never in a coma, I don't think. I think she just kind of, passed. But so I think that probably brought up some of those emotions for her. But I honestly think that she probably suppresses it and doesn't really try and react to it because she doesn't know how to handle that. That's somebody she cares about in the last however many years of her life that's been sick or died or something. I mean, she lost Troy So I have a feeling that is really hard for her. I mean, I don't think like she's probably still dealing with that, is what I'm trying to say. This is terrible lighting. I'm gonna okay. I keep hearing things. Number 6. So okay, we talked about this. So this isn't happening in canon, guys. This is an AU question now. So Artemisia is at Hogwarts, in case anyone was wondering. But so if she wasn't, and she was doing a term at another school, how would Maggie handle being without her? And that really, really depends on like Maggie's state of mind. Like if we're talking where she's, you know, more comfortable and like confident, I think she'd be okay. But she really never wants to be that far from Artemisia. Like they are so close, and I think Maggie is like terrified that if Artemisia goes across the ocean, or to France or like wherever, that Maggie is gonna somehow lose that closeness, that connection that they have. Like I think that scares the shit out of her, and so she never wants it to happen. And so I think she'd have a really hard time being without her, even with like letters and stuff. I don't think that she would do very well with that. I think she'd be okay, but I mean, I was telling you about this when you posted these questions, and yeah, she it's just really hard for Maggie to be without her, unless she has her mom. Like, she needs one of those two. If she can't have both, she needs one of them, or she is really not in great shape. So number 7, Liana. I actually live for this relationship. Yes! Victory! I love how they grew from disliking each other to living together as best friends, just giving your feels. Yeah, I love them too. And I think it's so interesting to me because, like, everything about Liana is because of Ezra. Like, I mean, the beginning was also because of Ezra, like, Ezra and Georgie. But, yeah. Now, like, their relationship has evolved because of Ezra. Like, think about this. Ezra is the reason they broke up, his death. And then Lincoln is kind of replacing him in Oksana's life as her empathy buddy, I guess, for lack of a better term. And so, this is entirely Mari's fault. So she's responsible for this, and we can blame her if anything goes wrong. But, yeah, that's just like, I don't know. I do. I love them too. They're probably one of my favorites. Like, of ours, I think it's like Twitches and Liana, and those are my favorite too. But so, yeah, I love them a lot. They're great, and they're so good together, and it's so interesting to me because it really is like, I like when Oksana is around all of these like hypersexual people. Because Arya likes to sleep around